Starting with Tunisia, where an unemployed graduate student sets himself on fire after a city inspector confiscates his unlicensed fruit cart and then allegedly slaps him. His death sparks unprecedented fury and protests against the government, forcing Tunisia's longtime president to flee. In Algeria, riots break out over rising food prices and a housing crisis. In Yemen, students take to the streets. Emboldened by its neighbors in the region, on Tuesday, Egypt erupts. Angered by the alleged corruption, police brutality, and lack of reforms in their own country, thousands pour into the streets, demanding Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak, who's held power for nearly 3 decades, resign. Protesters are met with tear gas and violence. The next day, the violence escalates as Egyptian security forces turn water cannons and tear gas on the growing angry crowds. The Egyptian military urges calm. Social media sites like Facebook and Twitter report that they are being blocked by the government. Thursday, a leading Egyptian opposition figure, Mohammed al-Baradei, returns home from Europe, vowing to back the protesters. The Egyptian government then arrests a prominent leader of the country's largest opposition group, the Muslim Brotherhood. The Obama administration is alarmed by the growing intensity of the crisis, but reacts with caution.
I want to be very clear in calling upon the Egyptian authorities to refrain from any violence against peaceful protesters.
As the unrest spreads beyond Cairo in the days to come, protesters take to the streets in Qatar and Jordan to show demonstrators their support. Mubarak goes on national television to tell Egyptians his government will resign, but he will stay in power. His offer does not quell the angry and growing crowds. 1,000 inmates break out of a prison outside Cairo. Looters ransack prison buildings and businesses, and vandals tear off the heads of mummies at the Egyptian Museum. Journalists report a dangerous power vacuum.
The army is sort of controlling the street. Politically, there's a complete vacuum.
President Obama is trying to focus on some key domestic issues this week, including innovation and education. But senior administration officials are keeping a very close eye on what happens in the Egyptian streets and whether or not President Hosni Mubarak survives. Suzanne Malveaux, CNN, Atlanta.